one high tool over the summer.
My best. Wow, it's here. I feel like we've grown up together. As I reminisce tonight about these past 5 years, I think of our long talks and tears shared in the chapel.
Today is the day. I am praying peace and strength over you as you prepare to take this role as husband and leader.
That is truly the site where this was cultivated. Hand in hand, we saw God in His fruit and made such an effort to pursue Him. Now we get to do that in marriage.
As I walk down the aisle to you, we will be two separate people, but we will walk up the aisle as one.
We are also blessed with the opportunity to consecrate our marriage in the proper way. God is so good. When I see you at the end of the aisle, I know it will feel as if time has stopped.
The mystery of Christ and the church. I am honored to be your bride and do this oneness journey together. This is the beginning of our forever. What God has brought together, let no man separate. I love you with all that I am and all that I will become.
You is one that radiates in the room. With all that I have.
Like, wait, I don't know. What's happening?
It was just before the Passover festival. Jesus knew that the hour had come for him to leave this world and go to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. The evening meal was in progress, and the devil had already prompted Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power and that he had come from God and was returning to God. So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that was wrapped around him. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus replied, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." "No," said Peter, "you shall never wash my feet." Jesus answered, "Unless I wash you, you have no part with me." "Then, Lord," Simon Peter replied, "not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well." Jesus answered, "Those who have had a bath need only to wash their feet. Their whole body is clean, and you are clean, though not every one of you." For he knew who was going to betray him, and that was why he said not everyone was clean. He finished washing their feet, he put on their clothes, and returned to his place. "Do you understand what I have done for you?" he said to them. "You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's."
Zachary, you are patient and loyal. You are kind and forgiving. You lead us as a man of God daily. You are not afraid to bring me closer to God with gentle correction. I admire your heart for the kids you serve in your job. I am so beyond excited that God put on our hearts the same passion and calling many years ago to foster children one day, to give them a safe and cozy home, showing them God's perfect love through our imperfect existence. Those children have no idea how blessed they are to have you as their foster father, but not as blessed as I am to have you as my husband. You have a servant's heart, and I promise to try and protect it. I promise to never stop pursuing you and God. I will remind us often that we are a team, better together, planted with deep roots in Christ alone, willing to spread our branches wherever God takes us. You're my best friend. I trust you, I feel safe with you, and I promise to lighten up and laugh more, because everything's not so serious and not a big deal. I promise to cherish you and love you, no matter where life brings us, until God calls me home. I love you, Zachary, with all that I am, and all that I have, and all that I will become.
Today, I, Zach, take you, Makaylea, to be my best friend and wife for all the days of my life, to love and lead you through the hills and the valleys of life in pursuance of Christ. I promise to honor and support the wonderful woman God has made you to be. I promise as well to trust your medical advice amidst my bursts of hypochondria, even if it lands us in an ER at 3 a.m. on a Saturday. I promise to also remember your signature order at Starbucks, even though I have no idea what any of the words mean and why I can't seem to understand why grande isn't a large. I promise to cultivate our marriage with gentleness and with the utmost care, as one does with the most beautiful of flowers. You truly exemplify of Proverbs 31. And I am deeply grateful that God has granted me your hand in marriage. I will choose you every day and forever. I love you with all that I have.
All right, now.
Right here. I can't believe it. Does it feel real?
A specific memory, probably a little less than 20 years ago, where we stood in my backyard, less than 5 years old, and pretended to have a wedding just like the one that's happening right now. Keep snacks in your trunk at all times. Hunger makes me so angry. Please raise your glasses to the new Mr. and Mrs. Lahart.
I also got to meet Makaylea. I also never got the chance to thank. I just want to say thank you for taking my best friend, who is probably the most caring, driven, and gifted person I know, and loving him for Zach. Congrats on everything you've done and accomplish in the future. I'm sure the kids will enjoy you teaching them for many years to come.